Hi everyone, this is Kamaljeet and today's video is for those who are already in Canada on temporary resident permit and they want to apply the permanent residency application under express entry. So before you start your application, it is extremely important to know what your CRS score is. So in order to calculate your CRS score, we can use the online tool of CRS Score Calculator, which basically assess your profile, in which it will be assessing your education, your language ability, your work experience, and some other factors. So once you answer all the question in the questionnaire, and then it will give you the grand total. So you can get the idea what your score is, and definitely with the help of the experts, you can step further if you want to apply the permanent residency application. So I'll be sharing one demo profile and I'll let you know how to calculate the score, and then after you can calculate your point according to your profile. Let's get started. So the very first step is you will have to type CRS Calculator and it will come to the next page where you will have to select comprehensive ranking system, the very first link shown, and then you will have to go through so many questions, and it will ask you to select according to your profile. And once you are done with it, then you will come to the final score. Then accordingly you can get the idea whether you are eligible for express entry or you will have to seek other options of permanent residency. So let's just begin with what is your marital status. So here I'm giving the demo of a person who is single and who is already in Canada. So according to the steps will change, and I'll let you know if it is, let's say if you're selecting married, then what would be the change in the score. So we'll go stepwise. So let's just begin with the simple profile, and I'm selecting here as never married or single. Then it is how old are you. So definitely if it is just a simple profile, and I'm just going to select the age below 30, let's just consider it as 28. Then comes to what is your level of education. So here as I mentioned before that the person is already in Canada, then definitely it is stating that if you have earned the Canadian degree then and had an ECA done for your education which you have done outside Canada. So I'm considering here that the person is in Canada and he or she has completed bachelor's from the home country. So let's say if that person has completed bachelor's from the home country, and that for that bachelor's that person has the ECA done, and the person has also completed 1 or 2 years of education in Canada. So then according to this profile, we'll be selecting here 2 or more certificates or diploma or degree, and one must be a program of 3 years or more. So let's just select it, and then it comes to the question, have you earned a Canadian degree, diploma or certificate? And here I'll be selecting as yes. Choose the best answer to describe this level of education. So if you have done high school, if your education is 2 or more, or degree, this is the level of education which you have completed in Canada. So I'm selecting here as 1 or 2 years of education. So yes, even if you have completed 1 year of education or 2 years of program of diploma or certificate, you will be getting the same points. So 1 or 2 years of diploma or the certificate. Now it comes to the official languages. If let's say English is not your first language, then definitely you will have to go for some English or French language test, and that test, as mentioned here, should be valid for at least 2 years. So are your test results less than 2 years old? So I'm selecting here as yes. And which language test did you take for your first official language? And I am selecting here as IELTS, which is International English Language Testing System. Then it will ask you for the score. So here I am going to select the score as let's say 7. You have scored in speaking, 8 in listening, and then comes to 7 or 7.5 in reading, and then 7 here in writing. The next question is, do you have other language test results? And I'll be selecting here not applicable. Then it comes to the work experience. So the first point here is, in the last 10 years, how many years of skilled work experience in Canada do you have? So here, let's say if you don't have any work experience in Canada, then still you'll be able to apply under express entry if you have at least 1 year of experience from your home country. So I am going to select here that yes, I have the 1 year of experience. Let's say just 1 year of experience in Canada. Now, what kind of experience it should be? The very first requirement is definitely yes, it should be full-time, and then it should fall under these categories which are mentioned here: NOC skill type O, A, and type B. So under O is the level O has the little higher level, as mentioned here, managerial levels job, and then professional jobs, and definitely technical or skilled trade manual work type jobs in skill type B. So I'm selecting here yes, that yes, I've completed 1 year of experience here, which is full-time. And apart from this, in the last 10 years, how many total years of foreign skilled work experience do you have? So it should also be full-time and should fall under NOC skill type O, A, or B. So let's say I'm selecting here as no. Then it comes to, do you have any certificate of qualification from Canadian province, territory, or any federal body? So I'm going to select here as no. Then it will come to that if you can claim the additional points. For example, if you have any full-time job offer which is supported by LMIA, then you can select yes here, but I'm selecting here as no. So let's say if you're selecting here yes, then definitely you'll be able to get 50 additional points if you have the full-time job offer supported by LMIA. Then after, do you have any nomination certificate from a province or a territory? It would be no here. Then it comes to, do you or your spouse or the common law partner have at least one brother or sister living in Canada who is citizen or permanent resident? So let's consider it no here, and then you can calculate your points, and at the end it will give you the result with the each points. Then at the end your points are becoming here 467. So if you have the score which is coming up to somewhere around more than 460 nowadays, then I would say still you are okay. As per current CRS score of this week, which was 472, so you're just nearby, and you can just if your application is already in the pool, you have submitted it, then definitely you can expect your invitation maybe by next draw, or you may have to wait little. The only way here, if you want to improve your points, is if you can work on here, you can say in the IELTS, if instead of speaking or instead of 7.5 in speak 7 in the speaking, if you can score it a little higher, and if your CLB can go a little higher, then definitely you can expect your invitation very soon, and this is just directly making you eligible to apply under express entry. So let me just give me a moment. Let me just calculate the score, and with the higher score in IELTS, and definitely you'll go ahead with 479, and you're perfectly safe here. Moreover, let's say if you are going to change your marital status here, because as we have mentioned is that you are single, and let's say if you're adding here that you are married, then it will ask you some extra questions, that is your spouse or the common law partner is a citizen or the permanent resident of Canada. Then you can select no here. If not, yes. If yes, if it is no, then it will ask you that do you want your husband to be accompanied with you when you will be going to apply your application here. Let's say if it is like your points are not up to the mark, then you can select your no and it won't change your points here. Okay, let me just show you. If your marital status you have changed to married and rest everything is remaining same, then your points gonna be still 479 itself, and it will create the difference when you'll be adding yes over here, where it was saying that you want your husband to be accompanied by in your application. So let's see if we are doing yes here, and let's see what is the difference. Oh, it will ask you some additional information for your spouse. So here it comes that what is the highest level of education for which your spouse or common law partner has. Then let's say if we are doing here that your husband has the bachelor degree from back home, and the work experience in Canada we are just adding as no or less than a year. And even if then it will again ask you whether your spouse has given the IELTS exam or not. And let's say for now we are doing it just not applicable, and the difference here is it will come to 455. And now let's say your husband is with your application and you want that your grand total should be a little higher. Then what we can do here is your spouse can go for the IELTS, and this way you will be able to just upgrade your scores. Let's say if you are considering it as minimum of 6 bands each in every module, 6 over here in reading and 6 in writing, then calculate your score. It will be 467. I would say this is pretty good enough if you are going to apply in Express Entry, and if you are adding a spouse as well. Moreover, one more thing I would add here, that let's say if I have added that my husband's education is bachelor's, then your spouse will have to get the ECA done for his bachelor degree here. So this is how just the overview of how to calculate the CRS score. And let's say if your score is, as per today's update, the way the cutoff is going on, if your score is below 460, then definitely either you can do is just to try to score a little higher in your IELTS, or then you will have to go for other options like mentioned here as of LMI, which will give you additional points. So this was the overview how you calculate your score. Thank you so much for watching us. Please do not forget to like our video, subscribe our channel, and turn on the notification bell for upcoming videos. Thank you.